Jordan Reid drops the latest about the Vikings and potentially taking a quarterback early in the 2023 NFL Draft. Welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show. I am Lupagus, and Jordan Reid dropping some information, some latest rumblings of what he's hearing about the Vikings and potentially drafting a quarterback early, as early as round 1 in the 2023 NFL Draft. Before we get into those, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids, comment as well. We'd love to hear what you guys think on all these topics Vikings related that we have been discussing throughout the years. All right, so Jordan Reid, friend of the show. You can even call him an extended family member of the Onebar and Lupagus Show. Now is with ESPN. He tweeted this out today. Maybe it was on ESPN.com too. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I have the clip here. I'm just going to read what he wrote regarding the Vikings and the latest rumblings about them going with a quarterback early in the draft. He says, what we're hearing about the Vikings draft: the Vikings have closely monitored the quarterback class, but they have been hesitant to reveal their hand with any preferences. At the Combine, the team met with Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson, but has yet to host any signal caller for a top 30 visit, which shouldn't be true because I believe Tanner McKee was scheduled to visit, or maybe already has. With Kirk Cousins entering the final year of his deal, Minnesota has kept an open mind about options in 2024. I'm still of the belief that it will only select a quarterback if one falls right into its lap in the first round. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah showed during the 2022 draft that he won't be shy about wheeling and dealing, but I also don't think Minnesota will force a quarterback. As Kevin mentioned, the Vikings are more likely to trade up, which means the top quarterbacks could be out. As Kevin mentioned, the Vikings are more likely to trade down than up, which means the top quarterbacks could be out of play for them in round 1. So, a lot to unpack here, a lot to digest with this one. And I think the gist of it, I think what should make anybody who was concerned about drafting Hendon Hooker at 23 or trading up to get a Will Levis, Jordan Reid, a guy who's definitely dialed in, says he gets the feeling that the Vikings aren't going to reach. They aren't going to force this thing. They're not going to just take a quarterback because they feel they have to take a quarterback. Kwesi's going to stay true to his board. And what he didn't rule out though was, maybe trading down, getting Hooker later in the first round if he is there, if he is available. And the one mid-round range name that was mentioned was Dorian Thompson-Robinson, a prospect you're hearing a lot about the Vikings doing plenty of research on and getting very, very familiar with. You look at him as potentially, I would prefer like a 5th round option for him, but quarterback, you can always bump him up a round or two. So if he went in the 3rd, the Vikings took him at pick 87. Don't be shocked if that actually came into fruition. So Jordan Reid, a guy who definitely knows his shit. I think anybody who's anti-quarterback early in this draft should feel good about this news, about what he's hearing right now. The flip side of all this is, this could be what the news the Vikings want to be leaked and are giving out false information and false rumblings to lead everyone to believe that they won't be taking the quarterback. So, again, we won't know until everything unfolds here in 13 days, but that is the latest news from a reliable source on inside info and on the Vikings and what their thoughts are with a quarterback early in this draft. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you believe the Vikings are going to go quarterback round 1? Do you think it's all just smoke, or is there actually something to this? And don't forget to keep your skull in your hole.